Kevin Harlan. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Blake Griffin down low and DeAndre Jordan. CP3 at point with Redick there at the backcourt. And it's Barnes in at the 3. Shot clock at 6. Fade away. Here's Jordan. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Jordan's got his team on the board to start the game for the Clippers.
I like that. Getting their offense started with a high-quality look down low.
Yeah, Clark, I think the more points they can get inside today, the better off they'll be.
And that one comes up a bit short.
Well, last year LeBron mentioned that he was jealous of Durant's shot totals. Just an offhanded remark by him, but it did open up some speculation by what he meant.
Barnes. Shot's good. Griffin making the play.
Good defense, but you gotta love the finish with the finger roll over the top.
Irving with it. And Waiters kicks to Irving. And that's good for 2. And you know that remark by LeBron, people weren't sure if that was a backhanded jab at KD or if he was just pointing out.
One thing is for sure, I'm not exactly sure of what his comments, how you should interpret them, but LeBron was very aware of what Durant was doing last year, and he even admitted having KD stats sent to his phone after every game, so he was keeping track of it.
Here's Waiters after Los Angeles picked up 3 with their last shot. Love kicks to LeBron, and it's out of bounds to the Cavaliers as Cleveland retains possession.
Nice play to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
I tell you what, guys, if he gets there a fraction earlier, that's a steal.
Good on the 3-point shot. James has got his first 3 points of the game.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I thought it might be a little imprudent to try to get those points right back, but it worked.
And he gets it to go.
And they're nearly perfect from the floor early on. 4 of their first 5 shots they've drained.
Lets it go from deep. Another 3 for Cleveland.
It's going to be tough for the defense today. If he's got his A-game rolling here tonight, we'll see.
Griffin a screen on Irving. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Paul kicks to Barnes. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Redick inside the line, and again the Clippers good for 2. The Cavaliers trail by 3.
Well, this last season was the Clippers' 30th in Los Angeles, and for a team that's long played in the Lakers' shadow, for the 2nd season in a row, the Clippers were the best team in LA.
Clippers have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Irving against Paul. Jordan sets the pick for Paul. Here's Griffin. And Irving pulls it down. Cleveland's gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first. Now the Clippers moving it up. Redick's got the ball, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
You know, regardless of who starts the break, it seems like he's usually the one to finish it.
And that's because of how well he attacks the rim on the dead run.
Now, here is Irving. James with it, headed now by Barnes. Again, James missing.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it.
Now, here's Redick. He's guarded by Waiters. Paul kicks to Redick. 5 on the clock. And the shot is good. Redick's got 7 points in the game.
Well, he wasn't fazed at all by the bigger man on him. And on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he'd prefer to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works, go to it.
Well, Clark, a bit of a down year shooting-wise for Kyrie Irving last season.
Yeah, it sure was, and you heard some sources within the Cavs organization questioning his leadership, too. I mean, the chemistry in Cleveland, not really where it needed to be, kind of a mess all season, quite honestly. And Irving is still young, has a lot on his shoulders, and maybe started to show some of the frustration with the expectations and demands that have been placed on him. But now you know, as he continues to grow as a leader, having LeBron James there and some other veterans who've come in should really help smooth that out for the young standout.
Now here's Paul. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. That's tipped. Stolen by Thompson. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now from the arc. And James with the basket on the assist by Love. That's 12 points for LeBron.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's had.
And for Irving, a chance to learn from the best player in the world. On winning more games, I think it'll really help his development as a player and a leader, too.
That's guaranteed.
It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
80 seconds of the shot clock.
Griffin a screen on LeBron. Here's Barnes. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Barnes has got his second bucket.
Well, the pick worked really well there. Nice job taking it right to the 10 for the layup.
Kicks it out to James. And then jammed down as it goes right over Blake Griffin. Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Kevin. That was special.
Oh, man, that was a circus dunk.
To the wing right side. Jordan with the screen on Waiters. Paul kicks to Griffin. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
And these two teams continuing to trade blows like heavyweights in the middle of the ring.
So many times tonight the energy in this building has gone from one way to the other.
That's not an opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Redick dishes to Paul. Paul left side. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Here's Thompson. Three-pointer. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Clippers lead by 1. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena.
Hey, Mr. Venner. Yo, hola.
And off we go. A close game now starting the second quarter. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
With the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving it to the hoop with authority and force.
And I like the physical play we're seeing, too, because this is a club that's really pounding the paint area and scoring inside.
Cavaliers trailing. Irving and Waiters, the guards. LeBron is the 3 with Thompson at the 4. And it's Love in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second. Griffin with the steal. 3-on-3. Paul kicks to Hawes. Dishes it to Dudley. Hawes the pass to Dudley. And he banks in the layup. Dudley's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Clippers.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
Well, it's become one of the stories of the first half, Clark, just piling up points in the paint.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent.
Well, Kevin Durant last season's MVP, but LeBron James has won 4 in the last 6 seasons. He's one of only 5 players to ever win that many, and you can bet he'd love to win a few more.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Farmar's checked in. And yes, sir, that one drops. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
Yeah, this could be a back and forth game all the way, guys, the way it's being played. This is fun to watch.
Shots good from Hawes.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. I mean, defensively, the wind has just been knocked out of their sails.
Need to get more bodies committed down low. Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, you got that right, Kevin. He's such a reliable finisher.
Here's Farmar. Crawford with the ball. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Well, Jamal Crawford has proven that no matter what role he plays, just call him buckets. He can flat out put the ball in the basket. You got to give him a lot of credit, though. He does change his game quite a bit depending on if he's coming off the bench or starting. I think that speaks to his IQ.
And as you said with Jamal, a lot of players can't really make that change between being a starter or a sub, but he does it so smoothly in such short time. It really adds a lot of utility to this team.
And that one's good. Waiters got the lead up to 2 now for the Cavs.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Crawford against Waiters. The feed to Farmer. Shot misses. Good D by Love. Well, Crawford described it perfectly, Clark, when he said as a 6'3", you have to come in and force yourself into the game. As a starter, the pressure isn't there as much as you can go with the flow.
Yeah, players like him can often do one or the other. Come in firing off the bench or let the game come to you, but rarely can they assess what the team needs like Crawford does and adjust on the fly so smoothly.
I'll tell you what, he is so difficult to guard, especially on a shot like that one.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And then Waiters with the jam.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make in a close game, a potential momentum builder.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Yes, Kevin, Cavaliers head coach David Blatt, unknown here in the United States, but he spent the last 2 decades establishing himself as the premier coach in Europe. Last season, he led Maccabi Tel Aviv to an upset EuroLeague title. One GM described the team as, quote, outgunned at every position except coach. Kevin, it's been his dream to coach in the NBA.
Many consider him a genius-level coach. Doris thinks we'll see how he does. Kept alive. Here's James. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And the other thing they're doing is forcing a lot of turnovers, and that's helping them to get easy points at the other end.
So here are the Clippers. 7-point differential. That's good.
Excellent communication on the inbound play there, guys. He got in a good position, and the pass was as it needed to be, on time and on target.
Now, here is Irving. In the corner, it's James. Back to Irving. From deep 3-point range. Rebounded by Dudley. Clippers trail by 5. Everything appeared to be lined up for Cleveland to get back into the playoffs last year, but that just wasn't the case. A lot of what-ifs for them last season.
And with another top pick on the roster, Kevin, and a youthful team, they were a popular pick before the season to play postseason games, but they still needed some seasoning.
The Clippers have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. In the corner, it's Crawford. Good, and Farmar gets the assist. Farmar's got 3 assists in the game.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
A nice shot by Irving. Now here's Crawford. There's 1:34 left in the first half of the game. He kicks to Farmar. Crawford dishes to Davis. Over to the wing. Fires the 3. Farmar, no good.
Well, I'm shocked he didn't make that one. He usually knocks that one down with ease.
The drive by LeBron. Well, last season, Tristan Thompson made the decision to change his shooting hand, Clark. He went from shooting with his left to now shooting with his right hand.
Yeah, I've not heard of anything quite like that before, but he improved his free throw shooting substantially as a result of the change, and he gets to the line fairly often, so I think that's a nice development. I love that young man, the work ethic and what he brings to a team in terms of rebounding and physicality.
I think LeBron's going to like playing with him.
I agree.
And the Clippers making a switch here. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Hawes. Barnes comes in for Jared Dudley. J.J. Redick's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And it's Paul in for Jordan Farmar. The shot by Redick, no good.
Well, Thompson is ambidextrous. He throws a baseball right-handed, writes with his left. And you got to give him credit for taking a chance with a whole new method of shooting. It's paying dividends.
We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Well, you got to time up the clock, and it's easier said than done, but you got to execute your offense on that first possession.
Now here's Paul. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Love grabs the board.
You're not doing your team any good forcing a shot like that one.
No, I agree. He's got to know better than that.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
Paul outside, into Jordan. It's deflected. Barnes kicks to Paul. With 4 seconds on the clock, and count it. 2 points with a chance for 1 more at the free throw line.
Took the hit and still found a way to knock it down.
Yeah, fantastic body control. And the will to get it done. You like that focus.
Close game as we wrap up the second quarter. Cavaliers ahead. They're up by 5. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, with LeBron and another dominant first half, how do you measure the balance between riding your hot hand and making sure the other guys around you are finding their rhythm?
You just got to be aggressive. All of us, including myself, got to continue to be aggressive in the second half.
LeBron, thank you. Kevin, they can't stand around and just watch him.
Thank you, Doris. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
I know we've said this many times before, but I'll say it again. He had a great first half, just an explosive offensive display there.
At the end of the day, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had. He can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. CP3 at point with Redick there at the backcourt. Blake Griffin down low and DeAndre Jordan. And it's Barnes in at the 3 spot. Now here's Paul. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And I like the way he capped that drive off, guys, with the one-hand punch.
Oh,
ridiculous.
Tore it down that time. Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Still, I mean, startling that he'd even try that right now.
Well, the Cavaliers largely underachieved last season. A big part of that was constantly dealing with distractions the entire season, it seemed.
Yeah, it certainly appeared that way. It was always something with players fighting. Oh, how about that basketball, man? Wow.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying Clark to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Well, you know what the questions are about now. It's their defense. That's for sure.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Clippers trail by 7.
Timeout for the Clippers.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. The drive by Jordan.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, man, he's got so much power.
In the corner, it's James. Love the pass to Irving. Back to Love. The kick out to Irving. From deep. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got his 3rd rebound tonight. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Yeah, what a way to wrap up that possession.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Doc Rivers address his team, then running the offense through Griffin. Coach said the first thing they should be thinking about is getting the ball in his hands and letting him lead the way on each and every possession. He also said he wants them going hard to the boards at both ends of the floor, not just the defensive backboard. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
All right, Doris, that one is no good.
You know, it's interesting. Chris Paul possessing great quickness, and yet his natural inclination is not to push the pace. He tends to prefer to operate in the half court, running the pick and roll.
There's no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
Over in the corner, Barnes. Oh, trying for it. Over LeBron. Los Angeles with another miss. The Cavaliers leading by 5. We talk about Paul's preference to play in the half. Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan Clark tend to flourish in the open floor.
And to me, Kevin, it's really about finding that balance, the right balance. But a good sign for the Clippers has been Blake's development as a half-court offensive weapon. He's shooting it better, facing the basket. He's shooting it better with his back to the basket. And he's making his free throws at a higher rate. So that lends itself to being a little more effective in the half-court.
Good observation. It's LeBron with the...
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatic.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
I'm with you, Kevin. You can't fault him for that. I mean, just let him go. Who cares?
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
And here's Love from the arc. And the rebound goes to Griffin. Griffin's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Crawford. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
When you take the crown in the Pacific Division, you have to make sure you fare well against the Eastern Conference, and the Clippers did just that last season.
He makes 1 of 2 that time.
Well, the Clippers did well against the East, as you said. 21-9 record for them last year. A lot of those games were shorthanded as well.
Barnes with it. Picked up by Thompson. Barnes kicks to Crawford. LeBron against Griffin. James with the block. It's tipped and stolen by Barnes. Paul outside. Barnes dishes to Paul. Crawford passes to Barnes. 6 on the shot clock. Paul kicks to Crawford. Here's Jordan. Plays it up and banks it in. Jordan's got 8 here in the quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established themselves inside.
That's what's impressive to me, Clark, about the Clippers. A lot of teams out west took down the East, but the Clippers never seemed to get healthy until late.
Yeah, it seemed like it was the last week of the season or so before they had a roster that was fully healthy. Crawford kicks to Paul. Barnes dishes to Paul. They get a hand on it. And LeBron with a clear path to the hoop. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the 3rd quarter. Yeah, each side having a tough time staying in front.
Well, the fans love it. I mean, a tug-of-war, back and forth affair. But if you're a coach, there's a little frustration here. You're trying to pull ahead. Pretty evenly matched game.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
Well, that's how you send it. 2 hands and hammer it down.
Boy, oh boy, to be young again. My, oh my. Got me thinking back to my days.
Oh, yeah, right. It does make you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Yep. Reminds me a lot of myself in my younger days, too, guys. Oh, wait. Maybe not.
That's out of bounds to the Cavaliers as Cleveland retains possession. 15 seconds left to play in the third. Irving drives in, and there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game.
Terrific defensive play to cut him off and square up.
And he took a shot. Excellent toughness to get in there and make a play. I love that kind of work.
And there's the call on James. And that'll be his third foul so far. Here's Paul. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Griffin slams it in.
This is a real alley-oop that time, partner.
The pass, Clark, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
Precision at its finest.
Yeah, and it all had to be perfect and in precision. That's not nearly as easy as they made it look.
And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a... And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
This was a showstopper, wasn't it? Just a difficult pass to make, and he makes it flawlessly to set up that alley-oop.
Irving and Waiters, the guards. LeBron is the 3 with Thompson at the 4. And it's Love in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Clock at 6. Barnes. And the rejection by James. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. And that one's good, Irving.
What a great battle these teams are waging today.
Yeah, you get the feeling, Steve, the game could swing on just 1 or 2 plays down the stretch.
Ball outside. Pass to Barnes. Jordan sets the pick for Barnes. Jordan the pass to Barnes. Mulligan's Irving with the shot. Can't hit.
He slipped into quite a funk here, Clark.
I think that's a good word to describe it. I mean, the basket is looking awfully small to him at the moment.
And then Waiters with the jam. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Yeah, and actually still too close to call. I mean, this one is tight.
This could be an instant classic, fellas. I mean, this thing has all the looks of a game that's going to go right down to the last shot.
Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. The drive by Paul. And Thompson sends it back. Kicks to Waiters. That ball's great assist by Love. Now it's a 3-point Cavalier lead. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the Cavaliers.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And another thing they're doing is really taking advantage of fast break opportunities, scoring some easy baskets.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
During that break, Coach Rivers had some words for his team. He told them to stick with what's worked to this point, saying, listen, they're giving us all the space we need inside. Let's take advantage of it. Keep working the ball inside the paint.
The drive by LeBron. Banked in off the glass. James has got 34 points.
So they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
Well, and that's why they're on this run, guys. They're getting the ball inside and getting really high percentage looks.
Deflects the pass. Stolen by Thompson. And Irving throws it down.
Nice job again that time to add to their lead. I'll tell you what, they're doing everything right at this moment.
They're playing steadily in all aspects of the game, Steve. You're exactly right.
Irving against Paul. To halt the run, Jordan. And he uses the glass on the layup. Jordan's got 12 points in just the second half.
That's some grit and determination in the post. Essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Exactly. I mean, this is the time to attack on the interior and generate those easy opportunities.
The drive by James. And again, it's Cleveland.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Paul kicks to Barnes. Back to Paul. Shot is off. Great D that time from Love. Feeds it to James. You know what? So Los Angeles will take it the other way. 3-on-3. And Thompson sends it back. They retain possession. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. The free throw drops for Reddick.
It's been a solid outing for Reddick. He has 8 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
Yeah, he's got to take his time behind the arc.
Getting to the stripe is something they've been doing a lot of in the second half, guys.
And when you're behind, I think that's a great strategy. Not only do you get easy points, but the clock stops as well.
James kicks to Irving from deep 3-point range. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Barnes has got 5 rebounds tonight.
Well, he did have a 3-pointer in the first half, but so far here in the second, he's come up empty.
Reddick with the bucket.
And this game has really heated up. I didn't think it could get any more high scoring than it already was.
Well, there's always room for more offense, Steve. You know that.
Now here's Waiters. Tight defense on him. And LeBron with the basket, the assist from Dion Waiters. LeBron's got 39.
They've built this lead. He plays exactly like that. He's usually been their most consistent performer.
Well, he's been splashing everything today.
1:49 left in the fourth quarter. Ball dishes to Reddick. Pulls up from the corner. Here's Jordan. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Jordan's got 14 points here in the second half. The Cavaliers leading by 4. Irving up top. Defended by Paul. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Well, probably the right play defensively. If you can't get the block, send them to the free throw line. Don't give them an easy 2.
No easy buckets inside. Force free throws and work to keep them out of the lane next time around.
And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
Well, he looked confident, didn't he? Stepping to the foul line and knocking down a couple.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Now that was pretty. That was just a nice-looking reverse jam right there.
Use the rim, Clark, to protect the ball, I think, too, a little bit.
Yeah, did a nice job with it.
Yeah, no question. Kevin, great awareness and terrific finish.
To the left wing. Barnes kicks to Jordan. Clippers moving the ball around. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the incredible. Boy, is it tough to stop LeBron right now.
The Clippers have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. They double him with LeBron. And Reddick kicks the ball. And stolen by Love. He lobs it up, and James throws it down.
Excellent communication between teammates on the alley-oop pass.
Just fantastic.
The dish to Barnes. Pass to Reddick. 3-pointer. And James pulls it down, and that's an intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Second one is good. Getting both at the line. That's an 8-point game. Los Angeles calls timeout. They trail by 8. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, this one's in the bag. I mean, I commend them for really putting forth the effort until the very end. But this thing's over.
You know, sometimes you just have to throw up the white towel and let fate run its course so you can get on to the next game.
And they go to the intentional foul. Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game. Here comes Chris Paul. Crawford outside. Fires from deep. No good.
Rugged play under the boards. It's not a place for the weak of heart. You got to go in there physically and aggressively.
And the Cavaliers call time here. They're ahead by 7. 3 seconds left to play in the final quarter. guys. What's your take?
Well, they're obviously going to win, but this timeout may be about some substitutions.
Well, they may just want to make sure they don't do anything really foolish at the end.